In an architectural model, especially for like a apartment block, you're talking about a lot of repetitive elements. You're usually talking about repetitive elements anyway. Most of the apartments are repeats. And in row houses, you often use linked files because they're constructed vertically. You know, with party walls that hold most of the weight and so on. But in apartment blocks, they're constructed horizontally, so you actually construct them floor by floor. So the easiest method to use to make an apartment scheme is to use groups. So I'm just going to very quickly, hopefully in just 5 minutes, show you how to make a group of an apartment scheme here. So I'm just going to, this is a grid I set up according to the module I was talking about earlier. So it's a 3.75 meter grid, you know, so it's 7.5 meters and then whatever comes after that. So it follows the module. So if I was to make an apartment block, I know that one of these 3.75 by 3.75 is a bedroom. Two of them is a living room, or it's a corridor and a bathroom and so on. So I can quickly say, okay, I'm going to make a block, I'm going to make an apartment that's kind of maybe around about that size. And let's make the living room down here. And I'm going to make this to be one bedroom. And I'm going to make this to be another one. And then we can start to adjust it. So let's just offset one of the walls here. So if I type OF, which means offset, and we'll give it an 1100 offset so that this wall is kind of like that. Whoops, I want to copy that one. Let's make sure when we set offset on, we need to copy it off. So copy. So then we've got a corridor in to the house. We can do the same thing over here. We've got a corridor in, and then we've got a line that gives us the opportunity to make maybe a storage area and a bathroom on the other side. So let's just very quickly trim that together using TR and very quickly set some doors in here. So we have like a front door, the door in here, we have a bedroom in here, and we have a bedroom in here. And then we can turn this, we can go then and say, okay, if we take an offset here, we'll make that 600 millimeters, and that becomes like a wardrobe area. I'll put a door in here, and now we've got a bathroom as well. And this one over here, we can just turn into something like an ensuite bathroom with a kind of a walk-in wardrobe situation, like that. Okay, so then we have a basic apartment layout. Now we can leave it like that, and we can say we could put a door in here, for example, and make it a more obvious that it's a storage area. But first of all, I just wanted to show that the modular grid here, which is all based on 600 millimeters, allows you to very quickly lay out an apartment scheme like that, because you know the size of a bedroom is the same relevance as a corridor plus a bathroom plus a storage area. You know, which you can then double up and make it into a kitchen with an open area in it as well. So then if we just go in and say, let's make a room in here. So let's set this one to room, 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 room. So we get Revit to calculate the space on it. So let's just go over here and we'll just call this very quickly living room. Whoops. Let's just leave it on caps lock so I don't do that all the time. Living room. Apply. This one we'll go and turn it to bedroom. This one here we can also change to just to bedroom. And whoops, this one here, if we can find the X, we'll call that hallway. Let's see if we can tap. There we go. This one is storage. And then we got two bathrooms, so let's just finish that. There, we'll call that bathroom. And this is also a bathroom. And this is storage. So then we have like we could very quickly set up a schedule of all these areas in here. So we got this kind of set up the way we want it. Now let's just give it a color fill as well here, and we just say room, and we just say name. Okay. I don't know why the new version of Revit spent so long calculating color fills. There you go. Okay. Well, let's just turn it up to 1 to 50, so it's a little bit, if we can. Ah, this is the Dani.du template. It's locked. Okay, never mind. I'm going to get rid of that again. Okay, we won't worry about that for the moment. But so now we've made one apartment. So of course, I would spend a lot of time changing those colors so you don't feel like throwing up every time you see it on the screen. But that's another question. You all know how to do that. So once you've done that, you don't want to do it again because it's full of all that information that you want. I mean, if I click on this tag only, I can say text and area. So it's calculating all the internal areas of the house and so on as well. So if I then select all this stuff, and then I come up to here and I press create group, and we just call it apartment 1. Yeah, you can attach detail groups, so I won't worry about that for the moment. So then it's kind of solidified, so we can copy it or whatever. If I wanted to copy it, I could make another one over here, you know. Or it also turns up down here in the project browser. If I go into groups, model groups, there's apartment 1. I can drag it in and, you know, put it down wherever I want or whatever. Okay, sorry, that was another one I made earlier. But the nice thing about this situation is, if I then go and say architecture, and then say no, actually we'll go to annotate. We'll say tag all, and then go down to room tags, and just apply it. It renumbers and renames them. It's kind of an intelligent block. If anybody's used to using AutoCAD blocks, where it does the same kind of thing, but it doesn't do it intelligently, so it won't renumber things like spaces within the scheme here. So that's one thing it does. That's really useful. The other thing it does is, if I want to say, let's say I move this over. Just going to move this one over here from this point to this point. Now remember, I'm keeping everything on the axial grid here, so you can see it's going right down the center of the wall. At least you can do that from a starting point once you've set up your massing model. But if I say, okay, I want to have more or less the same apartment on the other side, I can very simply select it and then just press either mirror by pick axis or mirror by draw axis. Let's say pick axis, because I just want to pick this grid line here. And it mirrors the entire thing. So it makes exactly the same object on the other side. But it tells us that there's, you know, overlapping walls. So we need to take care of that. In AutoCAD or something like that, you need to go in and delete them. But the nice thing about groups, and the most powerful thing about groups, is you can actually just go in here and then press tab until it selects the wall, and then you just press this little button here and it just excludes it from that particular group, so it's not overlapping anymore, so your schedules won't end up, you know, having one extra wall every time you do it. So but that means is that you can just continue to if I select this, for example, and this, and then press mirror again, just mirror like that, it tells us the same thing again. So you just have to make sure that whenever you see the lines crossing here, you just go in and tab it and then just exclude one of them from the group situation. But if I, for example, then go in here and decide I'm going to edit the group, and I'm going to move this door over here for some reason and finish it, it updates all of the apartments to the same degree, okay? So then I just need to go tag all, go down and say room tags, and then apply, and then it's tagged all of the, and given numbers to all the different rooms in the apartment block. So that's the way you do an architectural plan, just for your architectural model. That's kind of the level of detail. But I would use groups. You can make a further group for furniture, for example. You can make a group for annotations. You can actually add annotation groups to the model groups as well, which means each time you copy them, the annotations will also copy. And you can make separate furniture layouts for different types of houses. If it's If it's a hotel building, for example, maybe you want different furniture layouts for different types of hotel rooms, you know, different levels of price and so on. So you can make a group that's nested inside the other group that allow you to do that as well. But I just wanted to point that out to you because some of you I can see have started actually doing the plans, like the overall detail plans, level 200 plans for the building. So I don't want you to draw every single wall, because that's not the BIM process. The BIM process is just to be as lazy as you possibly can, really, you know, and get the computer to do as much for you as possible. Okay, that's all I want to show you today. Do you want to give that a go when you're setting up the stuff? Yeah.